All right, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Lindsay Kiracofe, and we're going to have our Yin Vinyasa class. And Yin Vinyasa is like half flow practice of yoga and then half like still, where we're on the floor, we're doing longer holds and stretches to get into like the deeper connective tissues of your body to just create some unlocking and get it out any tension that was stored up from the day, the week, the month, from the year of 2020, or even from the last like 40 years of your life. So one step at a time. You don't need any experience to do this class, just an open mind and willingness to be trying something new, and we'll see what happens. So to get started, I'd just like you to come into a comfortable seat. And I like to sit on something. It elevates your hips higher than your knees, which is good for your low back. It doesn't get crunched. And sitting cross-legged isn't comfortable. Feel free to sit on your shins or sit on your couch. Just face up, the backs of your hands onto your legs. And then just close your eyes when you're ready if you haven't yet. And feel length upward through your spine and lengthen the sides of your neck as well. And together, take a nice long inhale breath with me. And exhale, breathe out your nose, your mouth, just let it go. And we'll do that again. Take a nice, easy inhale breath. And a long, slow exhale out. And then relax your shoulders. Let your breath be what it is. Let it be easy and natural and soft. And as you're here, notice if there is tension in a specific area of your body. Perhaps even that tension is less physical or more mental, more emotional today. And wherever you notice that there's that holding on, that hardness, that tension, I invite you to just be here for the next minute and imagine that tension just getting softer. Breathe into that area that is tense and soften it. Give it space, give it room. It is releasing a grip of something. Whether it's you gripping onto something or feeling like something has a grip on you. Just imagine that you're drawing in more lightness and more freedom. As you ungrip and release tension, you invite in more ease. You have more capacity to enjoy and feel ease. And we're going to continue with that through our whole practice and our movements and our thoughts. So everyone, just with ease, let your hands drop to the ground next to you. And then on your inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. Nice big reach. And bring your hands down to chest center in Anjali Mudra. Prayer gesture with your hands. Relax your shoulders, bring ease to them. Ease out any expectations you have on yourself for the next 40-some minutes of this practice. Ease any judgments, ease any doubts. And allow yourself to be and move and feel today. And slowly open your eyes, flutter them open. Keep that ease, so no rush to get there. If you're rushing and moving fast or throwing your blocks, take it easy. Want to unlock the tension. So in all fours, I'm gonna get a little funky, but first, just cat and cow. So you're gonna lift your chest and lift your tail. Your navel back towards your spine. Bring your chin towards your chest. Now let's go with your breath. Inhale to lift your chest and your tail. Exhale to arc your back and round. Inhale, lift your chest and tail. Exhale, arc your back and round. And then one more time. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your tail. And then come into neutral. Here's where we get a little funky here. Just want you to feel the movement. Bring your hips towards your right heel. And then over towards your left heel. And then bring your hips towards your left wrist. And then your right wrist. And then your right heel, left wrist, right wrist. So you're just going in a circle in one direction. And as you're breathing, to link your breath, you're going to inhale across the front. So as you go to your hands, and exhale across the back as you go to your feet. Inhale across the front, exhale as you push your hips back. Nice. And just nice big circles. If you feel like you're restricting yourself for any reason, release that. Get a little bit more fluid, a little bit more funky. If this feels weird, you're doing it right. Good, let's go the other side, other direction. So you're now moving counterclockwise. And again, release, let go of any restrictions or boundaries, thinking of what this should look like, or if you look weird. Benefit of a home practice is you're not with 25 other people, likely, I think. Close your eyes if you want. Move your neck with it. Just a few more breaths. And then after that, come to center and child's pose for just a few breaths. Let your hips go towards your heels. Drum out your fingers, relax them and release. Good, inhale forward into a tabletop pose. Curl your toes, plank. So here, plank pose, we're not creating tension, energetic type of tension, but you're creating tension in terms of building strength. See if you can find the difference between the two. There's difference, tension that's not mental, it's not energetic, you're not carrying anything with you, but just the tension that's healthy, healthy strength through your muscles, through your bones, through this body weight pose. Together, breathe in with me. On your exhale, go to downward facing dog. Take your time to move there. Then pedal out your legs in your downward dog, doing one side and the next. Nice. And then when you're ready, bend both knees and down dog. Just slightly bent. Lift your tailbone towards the ceiling. And you'll get a nice long stretch through the backs of your legs. And then take about 2 breaths here. Can your breaths be steady? Will your inhale and exhales match each other in length? Take one more breath for good measure. And then look to your hands and walk your feet forward, and come into halfway lift to lengthen out your back. And forward fold, release the weight of your head. Go ahead and shake it out. Yes. Yep. And shake it out. No. Let go of anything that's holding on. And then find a rag doll where your feet are 6 inches apart. Hold your elbows with your hands. Or better yet, put your hands to the inside of your elbows. That way you don't have to hold your arms up. You can let them release. And ask yourself here, what is it that I can let go of? What is it that I can release? And then feel that roll off your back, off your shoulders, off your head, and down to the floor. Even if it literally is not happening, that tension literally might not roll off in that method. Visualization goes a long way. We know that. That's proven. So go ahead, if you did it the first time, especially now, imagine any tension rolling off your back, rolling down off your shoulders, off your neck, and off your head, out to the floor where you let it be. Don't pick it back up, let it stay there. Drop your hands down to the ground, bring your feet close to touch, and come into a half lift. That's where your hands are to your shins, lengthen out your back. Good, and forward fold, release your head towards the ground and your hands towards the ground. And bend your knees, come up to standing, take your time. Lift your arms up and overhead, nice full breath in. And bring your hands down to chest center. Good, breathe here, feel your feet ground to the mat. Stand tall through your spine. Good, we're gonna get our flow going. So inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead, lean back. And then forward fold, exhale, bring your hands to the floor. Halfway lift to lengthen out your spine. And step your right foot all the way back and lower your knee to the mat. Inhale your arms up and overhead and hold on to your right wrist. So I'll show you again. You're gonna pull up on your right arm, turn your right hip a little forward and then lean to the left. Nice. Keep turning your right hip a little more forward as you pull into your wrist and go over just 1/8 of an inch more. Inhale your arms up to the ceiling, look up. And exhale your hands down to the ground. Good, straighten your back leg. Inhale your left arm up to the ceiling to twist. And as you do this, hug your knee towards your chest, your front knee. And then straighten your back knee behind you. Good. Do those 2 things at the same time and breathe in, gather it in. Lower your hands to the mat, plank pose. Lower your knees to the floor. Lower your chest between your thumbs and your chin to the ground. Good, and then snake your hips back and snake your chest forward. For a baby cobra, point your toes. Roll your shoulders down your back and inhale to lift your chest, maybe push into your hands more. Exhale, downward facing dog. Curl your toes under, use your knees to press and go back. Good. And lift your right leg high up to the sky and spread your toes behind you. Imagine that someone is pulling your right foot behind you. Go back, press your body weight towards your back leg. Take a breath in, spread your toes, look forward, step to your hands. Nice. And then bring your hands to your blocks, if you have them, and go up into standing split. So bring your left leg up to the ceiling, spread your top toes. And the blocks bring the floor to you. So if you have some other type of prop, like a really thick book or soup cans or something, you can use that. Good, take one more breath in. And then forward fold, both feet down, move your blocks off the mat. Halfway lift to lengthen. Nice. Fold, exhale, relax your jaw, relax. Inhale up to standing, sweep your arms overhead. And bring your hands down to your chest center. And let's do that again. Inhale your arms up to the sky, look back. Exhale and forward fold your hands down. Halfway lift, lengthen out your spine. And step your left foot all the way back and lower your back knee down. Point your toes, inhale your arms up. Nice, this is crescent moon. Move your hips forward and down, but pull your core muscles back. Hold on to your left wrist. Pull up on your left wrist, lean to the right. And here, turn your left hip more forward. Oh, you might feel that in your hip flexors a bit more on your left side. 3. Go over to the right, just a quarter of an inch more. Good, inhale your arms up, release that grip. And then drop your hands down, straighten your back leg. And really straighten your back leg. On your inhale, press your chest forward. On your exhale, twist your right arm up to the ceiling. Now hug your hips towards each other. So imagine that your right hip squeezes to your left and your left to your right. Take one inhale breath. Lower your hands to the mat. Step back to plank pose. Good. Strong plank. Lower your knees to the mat. Lower your chest and your chin so your hips are up, and then lower your hips. Move your chest forward for baby cobra. And feel the tops of your feet into the mat. Press your chest up a little bit higher for a cobra if you like. And then downward facing dog. Use your knees if you want to push all the way back. Take your left leg up to the ceiling as you breathe in. And hold and feel. Really getting into the back of the right leg, stretching those muscles, calves, hamstrings. Imagine that someone's pulling your left leg, your lifted leg, back behind you. Yes. Take a breath in, spread your toes. Step forward between your hands. Good. Bring your hands to blocks. Inhale, breath. And then standing splits, right leg comes up. Your outer left hip, turn that behind you. Outer left hip goes back. Good. And then as you do that, fold your chest to your front shin and elevate your back leg towards the ceiling. Every little bit counts. Every little bit counts. Good. Take one more breath, breathe in, and then forward fold. Exhale, move your blocks to the side. Come into halfway lift and lengthen. Forward fold, release your chest down. And inhale to standing, sweep your arms up to the ceiling. And pull it down to your chest center. Good. A little bit more. Inhale your arms up overhead. And forward fold. Similar type of a sequence, but I'm going to change it up a little. Come into halfway lift as you inhale. Step both feet back, plank pose. Exhale. On your plank, breathe in. Knees, chest, and chin to lower down to the ground. Good. And then baby cobra, or move your hips more forward and lift your thighs for upward dog. Good. Take one breath in and downward facing dog. Exhale, go back. Now take your right leg high up to the ceiling again, like someone's pulling you backward. That'll help to stretch your left hamstring and back of your left leg more. Breathe in and bring your knee to your right tricep. So go forward, try to touch your tricep. Inhale up and back with your right leg. Bring your knee to your right tricep once again. This time you're gonna hold. Yeah, we're gonna stay. Just for 3, that's it, which I know you can do. Inhale your right leg up and back. See, that wasn't too bad. Step your right foot to your hands and turn to the right. So right arm comes up to the ceiling. Good, breathe. Notice that your hips are not falling to the left as you turn. Hug your hips towards each other. Lengthen your back leg, breathe in. Twist just a little bit more, breathe out. And then lower your hands to the ground, lower your back knee down. Inhale your arms up overhead, hold your left wrist. Pull up as you breathe in, lean to your right as you breathe out. So turn your left hip a little more forward. There you go. 3. Good, stretch through your side body, in between your ribs, get those little muscles. Inhale your arms up under your bind, hands to the ground for standing splits. Use your blocks or no blocks for 3, for 2, and release, forward fold, halfway lift, blocks off the mat. Forward fold, breathe it on out. Inhale to standing, rise high. And bring your hands to chest center, exhale. One more time. Inhale, sweep up, lean back, look back, and fold, exhale. Halfway lift to lengthen out. Both feet go back to plank pose and hold your plank. Hug your core muscles towards your spine and zip up your legs straight. Breathe in. Lower knees, lower chest, lower chin, and then come into cobra, baby cobra, or up dog. 3. Good. Everyone draw your shoulders back behind you. Open your chest. Downward facing dog. Exhale out. Good. Breathe in. Exhale out. Here we go. Left side. Final round of this. Hold and breathe. And really activate this. Rather than just lifting the leg, can you actively press your back heel behind you? As if someone's pulling your back leg. Reach. Take one more breath. Spread your toes. And then step your foot to your hands. Back leg is straight. And twist with your left arm high. Hug your chest and your front thigh towards each other. Inhale, keep this length. Exhale, twist just a little bit more, fullest expression. And then lower your hands, lower your back knee, and lift your arms up, inhale. Hold on to your right wrist, pull up vertically, lean to the left, breathe out. Awesome, guys. 3. Breathe and feel. 2. Inhale your arms up vertically. Exhale your hands down, standing splits, last round. Using your blocks or not. Look behind you. Notice where your top toes are angled to, and then lift up higher than that spot. Yeah, 3. And forward fold, exhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Forward fold, breathe it on out. Inhale, rise to standing, get tall, look back as much as you can. And hands at chest center. Exhale, stand still, close your eyes. Don't move your clothes yet or grab water right now. Just be and breathe. Awesome. Lift your arms up overhead. Make any adjustments you need. And then sit into Utkatasana, chair pose. So bring your feet about hip distance apart. Sit down and back so that you can see your big toes rather than being too far forward. Sit down and back. Good. Bring your hands at chest center. As you inhale, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, hug your navel towards your spine. Strong core. Prayer twist to the right. So I'm going to turn and face you. Your left elbow goes over your thigh. Press your hands together, turn to the right, and keep your seat lower than your chest. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, twist. Hug your core in for 3. That's it. 2, feel a strong grip between your hands. And then forward fold all the way down. Halfway lift, lengthen out your spine. And set both feet back to a plank pose. And then lower your right knee to the floor. Turn to the right hand with a kickstand foot for side plank variation. So your right foot's not on the mat, it's turned behind you. Reach your arm over, lengthen through your side. So it's like you're making a rainbow with your body. You're arcing through your left. Press your ribs to the ceiling. Keep that and turn up and open now. Good. Press your pelvis through. Lean back behind you. Look back behind you. And take one more breath in. And then lower your hands down. Step back. Downward facing dog. Good. Bring your right foot all the way between your hands. Warrior 2 pose. Inhale, come up. Bend your front knees so you get low in your legs. Good. And then turn your palms to face out. Your front palm faces forward, back palm faces behind you. And you might feel a little something in your forearms. Good. Look towards your right hand and press out anything that you want to press away. Not out of avoidance or resistance, but out of a clear choice of what you want around you and within you, and press out anything else. Good. Now reverse your warrior. Inhale, breath. Just normal warrior, reverse with your hands. Nothing pushing away now. Take a breath and go back, and then exhale, your hands down to the ground. Turn forward into a lunge, so all 10 toes are forward. Inhale up, crescent lunge. I know your right thigh might be tired. Bring your hands at chest center. Move your hips down. Good. Prayer twist to the right. So get your left elbow over your front thigh. Inhale, lengthen where you can. Exhale, press your hands together and twist. If you know of a variation, feel free to take it. If you want to lower your back knee for balance or stability, take it. One more breath. Twist from your neck as well. And then lower your hands down to the floor. Let's move consciously. Breathe in, look forward. Breathe out, step slowly to your hands. Left foot meets your right. Let your head drop. Ungrip your fingers. And then bend your knees. Inhale up to standing. And bring your hands to chest center. You've got that goodness on your left. Bring your feet 6 inches apart. Inhale your arms up and sit into your Utkatasana chair. Now, if your back is arcing, remember to pull your ribs in for a neutral pelvis and a strong core. Bring your hands at chest center. Inhale, breath. Twist to the left as you exhale. Now feel the weight in your heels as much as you feel it in the balls of your feet. Option to stay here or continue to rotate so your eyes look up. 3. Breathe, 2. And then forward fold all the way down. Halfway lift, lengthen your back. Step both feet back into a plank pose. You're familiar with that motion now. Lower your left knee and turn your left foot out like a kickstand to the side. Roll to your left hand, side plank. So you want the ball of your right foot, sole of your right foot to the floor. Take your right arm over your right ear. Arc your body, so press the side of your ribs to the ceiling. Reach your right fingertips over like you're going to touch the floor. And now keep that arc. Use your left foot, push into it to roll your chest open. Draw your hips through and lean back slightly for 3. Yeah, make space, unlock that tension, open to ease. And then lower your hands down, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Breathe all the way out and lift your left leg to your hands, or step it to your hands, and come up to warrior 2 pose. Your back foot is turned forward just a little bit. Align your front heel to back heel and get low in your legs. And reach out from arm to arm. Now for this warrior 2, open your palms to face the ceiling. Lift the inside of your elbows to face the ceiling. As a gesture of reception, of being available. I am here, I am available, I am ready for the experience, for the lessons. Keep your front palm lifted and reverse your warrior back. Good, drop your back hand to your back leg. 3. Lift your eyes to the ceiling, take 1 more breath in, and then lower your hands to the ground. Turn all 10 toes forward. Good. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Breathe here, exhale. Now plug into your feet, lift your arms up, crescent lunge pose. Bring your hands at chest center. Inhale, lean forward. Exhale, twist to the left. Good, and you guys have your variations again. Your back knee can lower, your arms can split. You know your practice. I'm staying kind of the middle ground of some of these options. Take 1 more breath here. Lower your hands down to the floor. Nice. And slowly step forward. Don't rush it. Consciously place your right foot next to your left. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold and exhale. And then rise to standing. Breathe in, be big, be tall, be open. Pull it down to your chest center. Stand still. Close your eyes and breathe. One more breath here. Really let it go out when you exhale through your nose or mouth. Good. Okay. Come on down to the floor into a tabletop pose. I'm going to do a little bit of twisting here, and we're going to slow it down now. So bring your right hand behind your right ear. So just your fingertips touch. I'm going to do my left side to show you better. So inhale your right elbow to the ceiling. Exhale your elbow now to your opposite wrist. Inhale your right elbow to the ceiling and look up. Exhale it to your wrist, and then just one more time. Inhale your right elbow to the ceiling. Hold, reach your right arm straight up, and then thread the needle underneath. Reach your right arm through your body and your left arm. And keep your left hand kind of next to your face with the right side of your head to the ground. Good, you can hold there, or I recommend to either A, move your left hand wider off the mat, or to reach your left arm straight overhead with your left fingers to the mat. Not your wrist, but your fingers. And just rotate to the left. Find that twist. And breathe. Unlock tension in your spine. In Sanskrit, there's a word called dukkha, D-U-K-H-A, dukkha. And dukkha you can think of as like the tension or the bad space, the areas that feel tight or tense. And I don't mean to put like thoughts into your head of thinking of the bad space, but sometimes it's really important to just observe that and notice that, those areas that feel stuck. And when we shine that light and awareness onto them, then we can start to move forward. Good. Bring your left hand back on the mat next to your face. Come out how you came in. Inhale your right arm high. And then place it down onto the mat table. Really great opening. Let's do the other side. Left fingertips just behind your left ear. Inhale your left elbow to the ceiling. Exhale your elbow to your opposite wrist. Turn. Good. Inhale your elbow to the ceiling. Exhale your elbow to your wrist. One more. Inhale your elbow to the ceiling. Hold. Reach your left arm high and then thread your needle underneath. Place the side of your head to the ground. Move your right hand, press into your right hand to help you twist, or reach your arm overhead. And if you do that, make sure that your right fingertips are tented so that your right wrist is lifted. Just roll and twist open. And all the while, find a steady breath. So the other side of dukkha is something called sukha, S-U-K-H-A. And sukha is ease, it is the good space. It's the lightness, it's the openness. So if you want here for the last several breaths, use your inhale and breathe in sukha, the good space, and exhale the dukkha, any tension. Breathe in sukha, exhale dukkha. Good, 2 more breaths. Good, and bring your right hand next to your face on the mat. Come out how you came in. Inhale, sweep your left arm up. Exhale, place it down. Downward facing dog. And then bring your right shin towards the front of your mat for a half pigeon pose. And as you set this up, I want you to flex your right foot. As you flex your right foot, that'll take any tension or twisting action off your right knee. And feel the top of your back foot press into the floor. And feel free to stay on your hands, just move them in front of your shoulders. Or next step is to lower your forearms to the mat. Next step after that is to stretch your arms out, let your elbows drop and your forehead drop. One of the ways to release tension is just first notice when it might be coming into your body or to your energy center or to your mind.
can notice what triggers you, what kind of sets you off. When do you grip or cling or grasp? Is it certain people, certain situations, times of the day? Recognizing our own patterns gives us freedom from bondage of those patterns. For example, in this pose, notice any holding on in your fingers, in your feet, in your jaw, in your shoulders. See what you can give up and let go. Create sukha, good space. Good. One last breath here. And lift your chest and walk your hands back onto your mat. Curl your back toes, lift your back knee, and you're going to press your hips up to find downward dog. Good transition. Good, let's go to the other side, but first we've got a little thing to do that we missed. Lift your left leg up to the ceiling. Good, bring your left knee to your left tricep, go forward. Good, inhale your leg up and back, and then one more time, bring your knee to your left tricep and hold. Go forward as close as you can. Stay, breathe. Inhale your left leg back behind you. Nice, that was it. And then bring your left shin forward. Let's do half pigeon, other side. Good, so before you just lower, walk your back leg behind you and turn your hips so that they both face forward rather than turning your hips to the side and falling. Turn your hips to face forward. If you want, forearms. If you want, lower to your head. Stretch your arms out. And right off the bat, notice where you can release and soften. We don't always get to have a choice of what happens around us or what other people do. But we certainly have a choice to how we hold on to it. And sometimes it's easier than others. But I believe that what we do on our yoga mat can impact us off the mat. So once again, notice what you're doing right now to hold on. And see where you can release and soften and let go. Create that letting go as a pattern. So you can revisit it whenever you need. Three more breaths. And press yourself up. Take that mindful transition back in a downward dog. You lift your hips and core to transition. Good. Drop onto your knees. Swing your legs around, come onto your back. And when you're on your back, hug your right knee into your right shoulder. And find half happy babies. You're gonna bend your right knee, hold on to your foot with your hand. Keep your left leg grounded towards the floor, but if that's too tough, bend your left knee. Press your right hand into your right foot as if you're trying to get your knee to touch the floor. And it won't touch the floor, that's not the purpose. Well, for most of us, it certainly won't. But just go in that direction. Take one more breath here. And then release your leg down and switch to the other side. Left knee into your left shoulder. Just hold there. Drive your right leg towards the floor. If you'd like, or from here, sorry, go ahead and go to half happy baby. And press your left hand into the bottom of your left foot. And make sure your foot is over your knee rather than your foot going forward. Sole of your foot to the sky. If it's really tough to do, then bend your right knee. You'll get a little bit more give to help you. Or maybe you just like that better. Good. Then draw both knees into your chest. Squeeze in. Okay, last movement is to go into a plow pose and shoulder stand. So you're going to lift your legs, lift your hips over, bring your hands to your low back, and lift your tailbone towards the ceiling. Good. Stay there or lift your legs straight up overhead for your shoulder stand. And if this is something you don't want to do or having a hard time lifting your hips up, you can take your block or a blanket or pillow and place it underneath your sacrum to elevate your legs. Just about 3 or 4 more breaths with your hips lifted. Use this to reset your systems by turning things upside down. And then if you're in shoulder stand, bring your knees to your ears. And let's all come out onto our backs for full happy baby, both feet at the same time. And if you like, roll a little bit side to side, find that really happy baby. Good. And then release into Shavasana. Let your legs fall to the ground. Let your arms fall to the floor next to you with your palms facing up. Lengthen the back of your neck. Let your eyes fall closed. And take a nice long breath in. And a nice long breath out. And as you rest here in Shavasana, just have a brief reading, as I always like to do at the end of most classes, from the book Journey to the Heart. And from today, August 24th. Let the lesson reveal itself to you. What's the next lesson? I asked. If you knew what it was, you wouldn't need to learn it, he said. Often in the midst of a lesson or experience, we tighten our minds into knots, trying to figure out what we're learning or what is coming next. But if we knew what the lesson was about, we wouldn't need to be learning it.
The learning that we're doing on our path is often not possible from our head or from books. It's a process of discovery that includes twists and turns, surprises and upsets. And to learn the lesson, we need to go through the experience. And usually we learn best when we're a bit open, vulnerable, and uncertain about what we're learning. And trust that the lesson will reveal itself to you when it's time. Stay present for this moment, for right now. Other people may be there to help us, teach us, or guide us along our path. But the lesson to be learned is always yours. And take one more breath. And slowly draw your knees towards your chest so that you can roll off to your right side in a fetal position. And then press all the way up to sit comfortably, however you like, with your eyes closed. Relax your jaw. And bring your arms down next to you, and on your inhale, sweep your arms high up overhead. Gather in all that goodness, bring it down to your chest center with your hands at prayer so you can take it with you and share it with someone else. And bring your thumbs to your forehead center as a gesture of acknowledgement. Remembering the light within yourself is that same light within others. Wonderful job. Thank you. You can open your eyes. Appreciate you joining me today. Thanks so much, guys. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, but let's stay in touch. Make sure you find me on Instagram, which is Yoga with Lindsay, or Facebook or wherever. I love to keep in touch with you guys, and I'll see you back next Monday for live yoga with Coppermine. Thanks. Namaste.